what's going on, guys? It's Michael Katz from Mickey Stocks. Again, every week bringing you the most important information that you need in order to trade and invest this trading week. Like always, stick till the end because I got a hot stock for you that you want to pay attention and probably buy it if it will break through the major level that I marked. So let's dive right to it. Like always, keep an eye on the economic calendar. This will be the major news event that will push the market high or low. Obviously, we have lots of other stuff that can do that, but this is the main event. So on the February 1st, my birthday, ISM manufacturing 30 minutes after the opening bell, and then Wednesday and Friday, these are the most important one. Wednesday, the ADP, the survey basically for the unemployment that coming on Friday the 5th. It will be an hour before the market open. Unemployment rate, like every month that we get in it, first Friday of every month you will see the unemployment rate. So this will be definitely interesting for all investors to see the progress that we made during this corona time. Other than that, we're still in the earnings season, so lots of good stocks that you can trade intraday and also maybe swing trading. Let's go through some of them. As you can see the chart, HOG, Harley Davidson, the motorcycles company, definitely could be interesting to trade intraday. But we also have UPS, we have Amazon, Google, eBay, PayPal, stocks that most traders and investors are watching for. Also Spotify is reporting, and you can see, like I said, eBay, GRUP, also very interesting for this week. Other than that, we got PTOT, Peloton. This company exploded during the coronavirus time, and we might see a negative earnings for this company, so we might see a short selling on the earnings day. Definitely keep an eye on this one as well. Let's go to the charts, see what we can expect, and also check out what we talked about last week. But before we'll do that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and Facebook. Just look for Mickey Stocks and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let's go. Okay, so let's talk about the analysis that I made last week and gave it to you again on YouTube and Facebook. So we are now looking at the E-mini Nasdaq 100 index futures, and this is a 4 hour of trading. Every bar that you see is a 4 hours of trading, and last week we saw it from that point, and the scenario that I gave you worked perfectly. I said, and you can check it out obviously in the YouTube, that the price should continue a little bit higher, reach the upper level of this channel that we've been talking about for at least a month and a half, and basically from that point drop down. And this is what exactly we saw. We had two attempts basically. I took that short, as you can see it's already been marked. I took that short from this level, breaking through that, and obviously got out, and then it broke again through that level, held it, and from that point dropped all the way down to the support level that we discussed again a few times during this past months and a half. Held it perfectly, the lower level of the channel, bounced back, and from that point dropped again. So this is what we saw on the Nasdaq, perfectly executed. And also if we're looking at the ES, the E-mini S&P 500, also every bar represented by 4 hours of trading. And like I've mentioned there, we're still trading within that channel. Went again all the way up, exactly as I expected in the scenario, and then dropped down again. And we talked about this support level, and we said that if it will break to that level we can go short. So this is definitely what we've seen. Look how perfectly it retested it and then dropped down again. And that was an amazing analysis. So this week I'm a bit biased on the short side. Basically I want to see the progress in action. As long as the price will remain below this level, then we should definitely look for the downside. Actually, if it will break to this level, you can definitely go short. We got plenty of room to the downside. On the Nasdaq, looks even prettier than the ES. looking amazing to drop again from this point, but just make sure we are not closing above the channel line. So if we will go all the way up and close above it, then our scenario for the short side might be irrelevant. So pay attention to this. I want to see the Nasdaq and the ES not breaking through the channel again to the upside, just consolidating here and dropping majorly all the way down. And if I'm zooming out just a little bit, we got here a nice level of support here, but if we will break that level as well, we got plenty of room to the downside to take the Nasdaq to short, or just look for stocks that are ready to short. So it looks pretty good. Now I want you to keep an eye on this level right here. Look at this. Let me zoom in for a second because this is important. Right now we still got a gap open from December the 13th on the Nasdaq future. So when the price eventually will drop to this level, this is a buy opportunity, an amazing buy opportunity, at least for the intraday. So you can definitely wait for it, and if the price will break through those levels and reach this support level, the close of the gap, this is a definitely buy opportunity, at least for the intraday, like I mentioned. Okay, now before I will reveal my next hot stocks for this week, let me show you what the stocks from last week and 2 weeks ago made. Crazy move. I'm just hoping you made money with me on that one. So let's dive right to it. So 2 weeks ago I gave you CAR, the Avis budget rental company. I told you to buy it above 40.38, and look what happened as soon as it broke through that level. Went from 40.38 from our trigger all the way up to $50. This is almost 25% of a move. Just crossing my finger and hoping that you made the money there as well. But the big money came from Beyond Meat. Guys, 2 weeks ago I gave you BYND and I told you to buy it above 144.73, and this is what it made from that point exactly. 144.73 all the way up to $220 in just 2 days, or in other words, more than 50% profit in these stocks in 2 days. Obviously I didn't know that it will make this huge gap and push all the way more than 50%, but this is definitely a great trade, and I just hope you made money on that as well. Last week I gave you SAV, still waiting for that trigger above 28. I also told you that if you want you can go at 27.80. That price was triggered, but we're still waiting for the 28 at least. If you are already in, your stop loss should be below the 25. The other stock that I gave you, JWN, worked perfectly in 1 day. The trigger that I gave you was $38, and on the first day it broke through that level all the way to the 42, making $4 on $2 stop. So basically it's a great ratio, and if you missed taking that partial, you could definitely do that 2 days later on when it spiked again to that 42 level. This week I'm only giving you one stock that I'm ready to buy. The symbol is SIG, but I'm gonna give you 2 triggers for that stock. My first trigger will be right here above $41. I like these stocks because it's made an amazing move from $5 all the way to the 40s, just the last year from the Corona crisis, and it looks pretty good to the upside above 41. But those of you who want to wait just a little bit more, you can do that by taking the stocks above 42.80. So you're basically missing $1.80 here, but you're taking a much more safer approach, let's say, for breaking through levels. I will go definitely in on 41, but you can wait for the 42.80. Another thing that you can do is get in at 41 with half of your shares and add more at 42.80 when it will break through that level, if obviously. So this is my analysis and my stocks for this week. Make sure you subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, leave a comment and a like, and I will see you next week. Have a great trading week. Bye bye.